1, 2, 3, 4.
Gary, come home.
I opened up YouTube one night and I got a recommendation for a video that was Gary Come Home, but it was played over Pink Floyd's Wish You Were Here. And then I saw that and I was like, oh my God, we have this assignment. What if we did this? And then I put it into a group chat with a couple of friends as a joke saying, hey, let's do this. And then everybody, like, to my surprise, started saying, yeah, let's do that. So then I was like, okay, maybe this isn't as big of a joke as I thought it was. And then, you know, like we roped Nick into it, we roped Natalie into it, we roped Ian into it, and then here we are.
I did a lot of writing for this. Like, I wrote almost all of the video part, and then of course I did a bit of singing, but
Rolling. Am I rolling? Are you rolling now?
It's been a lot of fun, honestly. Like, especially that first recording day when we were at the school, we were in the studio, and nobody had prepared. We're just there. Everybody's having a good time. We're trying to figure out what we're doing. Nick is learning how to play the piano. Ian's learning how to play the guitar. I'm playing the tambourine like last minute because nobody else would do it. And people were figuring out how they were gonna sing it. So it's been a lot more fun than productive, in my opinion. When we had the full group of people, I think that's when the most fun could be had. No, Natalie, you want to go?
let's go.
This is why we have multiple takes.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun with this project, and it was nice having an actual final, because other than this, I would have just recorded a video in my room, just sitting there. So, like, this is probably actually going to get better than that.
5, 6, 7, 8. Brandon, like, texted me on Instagram, and he's like, Nick, do the song with us. And I'm like, what song is it? And he shows me, and I'm like, huh, such a great choice. And I'm like, okay, I'll do it. Oh, what am I doing? And he's like, you're gonna do the piano. And I'm like, oh yeah, I play piano well, I hope. So, yep, and I'm like, okay, this is a real thing.
Somewhere I hope you're reading my latest 3-word poem. Gary, come home.
Gary, come home.
Gary, come home.
Main thing I contributed to this was probably the piano riff that you heard. Dun 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 dun. That whole 7 notes. Yeah, I think that was contributed. Also sneaking my keyboard into the high school, with Brandon. So yeah, that was mostly why I contributed.
Overall, while there were a few bumps in the road when trying to record the instruments for the music video, it only took us a few attempts and we were able to get a good track for the music video. While the singing portion proved to be a little bit easier to record, we still had to get a few takes in order to get the right one.
Gary, now I know I was wrong. I messed up and now you're gone. Your meow right now would sound like music to me. Please come home, 'cause I miss you, Gary.
Gary, come home.
Gary, come home.
Gary, come home.
Somewhere I hope you're reading my latest 3-word poem. Gary, come home.
Gary, come home.
Gary, come home. More than a Pat, you're my best friend.
Too cool to forget, come back, 'cause we are family. And forgive me for making you wanna roam. And now my heart is beating like the saddest metronome.
Gary, come home.
Gary, come home.
Gary, come home.
Once we got the right take, the instruments plus the singing together made the track to be a pretty good song for the music video.
Come home.
Gary, come home.
Gary, come home.
That there's a tiny man in my lens. Yo, Nick, come look at
Where?
this.
Yo, that's a tiny man?
Yo.
Where is he?
Yo, come here.
Yo, what?
Yo, look at that. It's a tiny man.
The character I was portraying was inspired by Gary because I got like offended with Nick and then I ran away.
Gary, come home.
Gary, come home.
Gary, come home.
Need another shot of me walking.
Maybe a shot of you like what, walking back up?
No, like walking down the trail.
My character was inspired by Spongebob. And at the beginning, I kick Hezekiah with a ball. And that's supposed to symbolize that, well, I'm mad at him, which is not great because I don't like hitting people with balls. Scene 1, done.
Hezekiah. How'd that scene go?
It went.
So I figured out what this thing was about 30 minutes ago. It's the assignment in course class for Mrs. Sweet, and I hope she likes it. And if she doesn't, well, that is a lot of time wasted. But we had fun in the process, which is great.
Gary, come home.
Gary, come home.
Gary, come home.
Gary, come home. Gary, come home. Gary, won't you come home?